First, dear friends, my apologies. I have been stuck on a pretrial Zoom and I don't know how to tell people, hey, hurry up. Hurry up. I got people to talk to. Don't you understand what's going on? I got the 8 a.m. live show to do. Can't do that. But thank you very much. The wheels of justice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, dear friends. And like on this Thursday, kind of a dreary day in New York City. Welcome. I don't know when you're going to be watching this later on, but I can't thank you enough. And today's topic, a Black Swan event, national security crisis with unpredictable high impact predicted for 2024. Who's been saying that? Who's been saying that? Did you see also front page of Drudge? What are they talking about? Water in the Middle East. Who's been saying that? Who? Anybody? Any hints? Anybody understand this? Anybody grasp the prescient Vatic aspect of what I'm saying? One of these days they're going to be talking about geoengineering and you're going to be saying, hey, that's what he was talking about. But for some reason, it hasn't hit that level yet. And why it hasn't, I have no idea. But do you hear what's happening right now? And by the way, I'm not prescient in the least. Something very scary is going to happen. They're also telling you right now that New Year's Eve time is going to be real bad because of all that is happening regarding what is planned to be happening in Times Square because of the Middle East. Now, let me see if I can explain something to you. First and foremost, dear friends, let me explain something. What you believe in, you and I might agree with. We might say that the Palestinians are being mistreated, or you might say, the Palestinians are full of it. It's really Israel that this is all about. Blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to this idea of destroying order and civility by a bunch of these agents provocateurs, that's another story. Raul Rodriguez says, the event will delight in watching us dance, the dying swan dance. You are one heavy dude, my friend, and I appreciate that. So anyway, let's just think about this. Let us welcome what's going on. First of all, let me ask you to, number one, I ask you most importantly, most critically, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell. Make sure you're always notified of new stuff and the like. And very quickly, as we say, want to say a shout out to our great sponsor in MyPillow, Mike Lindell. He is still there. Sign up right now. You get a free gift by going right now to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. It's the simplest thing in the world. I'm not going to spend a lot of time telling you this. But as you know, you have to go see things for yourself. You have to go and actually say, well, let me see what this guy's got. And I'm telling you, you will love that. Do you know they sell more slippers and moccasins and all that stuff than anything you can imagine? Think about this. This is a company that is into pillows and fills and percales. What better aspect of this than bathrobes and shoes? Anyway, Mike Lindell still standing. I'm still standing. Yeah. While all those others who came after him, I can't say it enough, my friends. I'm sorry. I'm loyal. We are a My Pillow house. I've got Mrs. L will tell you, where's my what do you call a little bolster, that little fine-tuned. I'm telling you. You don't get to grow this big in the business by putting out crappy products. And this is the best. MyPillow.com. Promo code Lionel. Please get a free gift. Sign up. Now, as you know, we're a bunch of kooks. We're a bunch of lunatics. We're a bunch of conspiracy theorists. We're a bunch of people who feel, by the way, thank God, this mung. By the way, who's got the mung? Anybody? Anybody got this mung? Anybody have this? I mean, this is so finally gone. Anybody got this thing? It's not COVID. It's not that RSV, SRV, MOU, whatever it is. Anybody? 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 Talked to a friend of mine the other day. He's a physician. Known him forever. He goes, well, you know, there's a there's a vaccine. Get the hell out of here. I'm not talking about vaccines. Vaccines work. I don't know what's in this. I don't know what's in this stuff. Not vaccines. None of us are anti-vaxxers. None of us are anti-injectors. We just don't want to inject stuff into our body that we know nothing about. But let us go back. First, Catherine Herridge. The other day I got the chance to, somebody called me and said, hey, do you want to do a come on a radio show? And I didn't have the heart to say, it's like, your host is a hack. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to talk about stuff that you and I talk about that he would not be able to even grasp, because I think it would frighten him if I said what was going on. I see some pretty bad stuff ahead. I think you know that, right? I'm not just saying that. I see some bad stuff ahead. Bad moon rising. And when you have somebody like Catherine Herridge, who's very, very good, say, you know, we're hearing, this is the second time we heard Black Swan. We heard Black Swan with, oh, by the way, you know, the whole Putin narrative is just, that thing's gone off the rails. But there's something happening. Next, watch what Jack Smith is doing. Have you seen what Jack Smith is doing? And what appears to be a motion in limine. A motion in limine or limine. If you're from the South, there's motion in limine. See, when you're from the South, you see things like voir dire, not voir dire, voir dire, motion in limine. Motion in limine is a limiting motion. And you file it and you say, Judge, before we begin, I want to make sure. Sometimes we get this. You tell him he can't wear his. They did this before. Sometimes, let's say you have a Catholic priest on trial for, you know, sexual battery. He can't wear his, or maybe he should. I don't know. But sometimes people want, like, military. I don't want you to wear your uniform. They wanted to do this for remember for what was his name? I am just the Marine dude who testified with the gate, Fawn Hall. What is his name? Remember the Marine, honey? Oh, yeah, Oliver. Oliver North. And I knew it was an Oliver. Anyway, they told me that we want you to not wear the uniform. Why? He says, because you're a Marine, and they're going to see you. And anyway, she filed a motion to eliminate. Not to wear something, not to say something, not to do something, not to bring something up, not to whatever. Well, now they don't want to bring up anybody explaining January 6th, because Jack Smith realizes that if Trump were to testify, he says, I told him about January 6th. I told him I didn't want him to riot. I've been told Nancy Pelosi, but Nancy Pelosi was the one who turned this off. Nancy Pelosi. Don't look at me. Nancy Pelosi was the one. So what they're doing is they're freaking out. This thing is going nowhere. This thing is going absolutely nowhere. Trump's going to be the nominee. Trump's going to be the nominee. Do you hear what I'm saying? Trump's going to be the nominee. And by the way, it's not that he's petty or anything. It's not because of that. I mean, I think you got a point. But it's because, Howie, I think he's scared. He's scared shitless. He doesn't know what's going on. See, I think Trump put Trump on the stand. What are you going to worry about? What, perjury? He's not going to perjure himself. Put Trump on the stand. Put Trump on the stand. I think he sells it to us. Put him on the stand. And I'm going to tell them, if you get up there and you lie, they're going to come after you like a ton of bricks. Number one. Number two, if you give a prior inconsistent statement, if you change your testimony, it's not that you're lying, but if you give something, you're doomed. You understand what I'm saying? You're doomed. So get up there and tell them. State your name for the record, please. I love this. State your name for the record, please. Donald John Trump. May I call you President Trump? Yes. Which By the way, what was your immediate job in 2016? I was the 45th president of the United States. Who gets to ask a question then? 45th president of the United States? Did they call you 45? Yes. Were you duly elected? Duly elected. 45th president of the United States. Let people see what a president looks like. President Trump, have you ever had to testify before? Oh, yes. Do you have a problem testifying today? He said, no, I'm honored to testify. I'm here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and I'm here to tell these fine people exactly what happened. Oh, you could, when you have a witness that's winning, oh my God, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. What happened? Well, I've got this funny thing. You see, I believe in this thing called the Constitution, and I always have this with me. And I believe this thing called the First Amendment. And I believe in this notion of objection, and they're going to object like crazy. And then they're going to say, objection, objection. The man's trying to tell the truth. Objection. What? Don't editorialize. The man's just trying to testify. Don't tell people what the man's trying to do. Okay, all right, all right. Mr. President, was it ever your intention to cause a riot? No. Was it ever your intention to rebel against the United States? Certainly not. To form an insurrection? To permit seditious conspiracy? Was it your intention ever to violently overthrow? No. What did you want to do? I wanted them to stop the count. Absolutely. The same thing that Hillary Clinton did, the same thing that everybody did, that Stacey Abrams did. Everybody said this. We'll go through the list. Why? I believe very frankly that this election was fraudulent. That's what I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I never intended at any point to suggest or to in any way insinuate or imply that violence was okay. Never, ever, ever under any circumstances whatsoever did I ever do that. Tell him that. And watch Jack Smith just slither. Just slither. It's like, oh my God. President Trump, did you ever have the opportunity to try to contact Madam Secretary? Yes. Well, why is that important? Because she's the Speaker of the House. She's in charge of that. She's in charge of that. I'm not. I'm the president, but that's her domain. And Mr. President, did you and your staff ever try to contact her? Yes, we did. And they deliberately prevented or called off a significant contingent to protect this. President Trump, do you know why she did it? Well, I don't want to say why I did it. But it would seem to me that if you want there to be violence, you nobody's ever heard this man ever speak. Because when he speaks through that big mouth son of his, Don Jr. Keep him away, and that thing, keep them away. Let them just keep them away. They're playing to the crowd. They're trying. They always want to see. That's all about Don Jr. It's about him. It's about me. Am I great or what? I'm a great. No. Please go away. Go on a vacation. Go. At least your sister is pretending like, look at her shapely shoulders. And oh my God, these people are as shallow. They are an impediment. Get out of here. If I run this thing, if you're going to run, Mr. President, and you're going to win, you're going to tell that family, take a hike. I don't want to see Don Jr. anywhere. He's a pariah. He turns people off. He plays to the crowd, but I don't want the crowd. The crowd have already won. I want to get new people. Get him out of here. Do I make myself clear? Thank you. Thank you very much. Get out. That's simple, my friends. Oh, this country right now. And let me tell you what's going to happen. Black Swan. Oh, you don't understand the matrix. The how do I say this? the way the government intel works. You think when I say you, they think that there's these things like the CIA. CIA's not going to do this. NSA's. You remember NSA? Nobody brings up NSA ever again. Nobody brings up NSA never again. Nobody brings up. Nobody ever brings up NSA. Never. Remember that? Oh, there was a time when everybody was, I used to work with the NSA. What? I was a one-guy show. This guy's a lunatic. He was, I was with the NSA. You're with the NSA? Why are you telling people you're with the NSA? Don't tell people you're with the NSA. What are you doing? You're full of shit. You're not with the NSA. Oh, yes, I am. You remember this? Everybody was into like code words and stuff. I was like, who are you? What is this? There was a time it was really weird. Like, oh, this is a LARP. You're in a LARP. It's like a LARP. Who are these people? What the hell's going on? I'm going to go over here for a while. Everybody got into this stuff. Alex kind of went into that. It's a setup. Okay, fine. 2024 is going to be the year of Alex Jones and Owen Schroyer. Owen Schroyer with Farrakhan. Listen to Farrakhan. Listen to Farrakhan talk about Trump. The people that are, it's all changing. You know who I just realized? Oh my God. He's lost his soft. I mean, it's not a softball. He's very smart. But I'm listening to Dershowitz and this thing. Oh my God, we're listening to the same stuff. Piers Morgan, Douglas, was it Murray, and junk yogurt, and it's done. It's finished. It's like, what is this? This is like Punch and Judy. This is like kabuki theater. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to raise your right hand and swear a full oath that you solemnly swear to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. Number one, the Constitution of the United States of America. Let me say this again. The United States of America. Do you hear what I'm saying? Good. I don't want to hear about Israel, Palestine, Houthis. I don't want to hear about Qatar. I don't want to hear about anything. I don't want to hear any of this stuff. Russia, Ukraine, Crimea, Black Sea, Black Forest. I don't care. We'll get to that later. China, Taiwan. I don't want to hear any of this stuff. We are, let me try this again, members of the United States of America. See that sign right there? It's a little blurry, but there it is. See there? The United States of America. The United States of America. And we care about here. And we want to close the borders down now. And we want all these people out of here. Oh, it's brutal. Oh. Brutal? Mm-hmm. Yep. Get on buses, get out, do it again. Kids, old people, young, I don't care. Get out, get out, get out. That's it. Get out. Get out. You hear what I'm saying? It's done. It's done. Get out. But there's children. Get out. Because I want people to know the United States, they don't do this. I don't care who you are. You can be 100 years old. You can be 5 years old. You can't come into the country. You can't. If I went to France, if I've been, hello, monsieur, hello, how are you? My Parisian friend, how are you? Look, here I am. I'm an unaccompanied, I'm a man from someplace else, and I want to come to you. And this, oh, look, this is my child. My unaccompanied minor. This is my child. And I want to come into Paris. You're going to let me in. Why? Because I'm a migrant. I'm trying to find a better way. Let me in. What do you mean go away? Listen to me. Do you not understand? I'm a migrant. I'm trying to find the liberté, equality, bouchité, and this is my child. This is my child. I don't know who this is. It doesn't matter. But this is so let me in. What do you mean I can't come in? In the United States, under Joe Biden, we will let you in. You can come in. Here's your swag bag. We'll put you in some place, so long as you vote Democratic. Now, I want to come in. Don't tell me I can't come in. I'm a human being. God damn it, you can't tell me to leave. They will say, get out of here. But I have two. I have two children. Look at me. Look at these. I don't know who they are. You must let me in. Quit telling me to. Quit. Stop laughing. Don't. Every other country would say, get out of here. What are you talking about? Not us. No. You should see in New York City. Women sitting on rugs with kids begging. What is this? What is this? And you watch this. I can't watch. Oh God, I can't watch. If I even see Fox News, you got this. Here's Bill Malugin. Well, he does a good job. But don't tell me, Bill. More people coming in here. What? San Diego this time? Yeah. Okay. 2 million people. Okay. So let me explain this to you. Hey, maybe you can help me with this, folks. Maybe you can help me with it because I'm stupid. Bring in Jim Jordan. Jimmy, yeah, can I? Yeah, I'm going to subpoena you. Yeah, who me? I'm in the Constitution. This is our country. I'm calling you, Citizens Committee. Have a seat. Jim. By the way, wear a jacket. This is the Congress. I know you're a wrestling coach and everything. Yeah, okay. Wear a jacket. Next, what would you think about a jailer or somebody who has a jail who opens up the jail, who says everybody out? What do you think would happen? Imagine Grady Judd from Polk County, Florida. Grady Judd just opens up the jails. He goes, everybody get out. What? Get out? Yeah, but we're sensu. Get out. Beat it. What do you think would happen to Grady Judd? What do you think would happen? Huh? What would happen? You'd have a hearing. He'd be arrested. Now, what we're doing is in reverse. Okay. Now you had Mayorkas there, and Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. I'm a wrestler, coach. I'm a wrestler. I was a wrestler. I'm a tough guy. I don't wear a coat. Look at me, my ears. Can you see where my ears are kind of messed up? I'm a tough guy. I'm a real tough guy. I'll choke you out. That's what men are today. They choke you out. Well, do me a favor, tough guy. You haven't been able to fix things once. You and this entire capital that everybody's so worried about somebody basically performing an insurrection against. There is no capital. There is no government. You mean to tell me since 2015 you've never been, since 2020, you've never been able to stop this? Not once? You are worthless, like tits on a boar hog. You're the worst. You don't do anything. You're the biggest sack of shite ever. You did it with Fauci. He has the largest pension in the history of the United States. I don't know what he did. Wuhan, flus, Mayorkas, nothing. You're worthless. You are worthless. Jimmy, listen to me. Listen. You and you, Cruz, and Marsha Blackburn, and John Kennedy. Let me put it to you this way. You could have taken a year off. A year. You could have said, I'm not going to come in. Kind of like remote, I'm just not going to come in. I'm not going to come in. And everything would have looked exactly the way it looks now. You could have been not here. You could have, let me try this again, literally not here. Isn't that incredible? You're worthless. You brought in the guy from TikTok. What was that about? I don't know. You brought in Zuckerberg. What was that about? I don't know. You brought in Dorsey. I don't know. What do you people do? Tell you what the Democrats do. They impeach Trump twice, and then you got this Mike Johnson. What is the guy's go? Well, I'm here. I am and my daughter's virtue dance. We all take a pledge for her virginity. That's what we do. That's what I'm worried about. Don't you give it up, girl. You're going to take a pledge in front of your mama and daddy and the whole world. You're not going to give it up. No, ain't going to give up the booty. Because what is going on here? And they're talking about the sanctity of life. How about the border? It would be like Grady Judd opening the jail and say, everybody leave. Somebody would say, Grady, you can't do that. Oh, yes, I can. No, you can't. Okay. Well, if you're letting people into the United States, it's kind of like this in reverse. So why should I follow any rules? Worthless. Ronna McDaniel, worthless. Nikki Haley, did you hear this one the other day? Well, the Supreme Court, look, she can't answer the question. The Civil War is about slavery. Excuse me. I don't know how to break it to you. And don't give me this states' rights nonsense. It's about slavery. The Civil War was about slavery. No slavery, no Civil War. No slavery, no Civil War. I don't know where this one came from. Say it. What do you think the 13th Amendment was? What do you think the Fugitive Slave Clause was? It was about slavery. No, it wasn't. It was about slavery. No, Nikki, it's about slavery. Say it. This is exactly what it was. Hello. Yeah. Uh-huh. And my favorite is this. You don't understand this. No, it was about, you see, the people who were fighting, they didn't own slaves. Are you trying to equate a national policy with some grunt, some rifleman? What? Do you think that somebody from the 1st Marine Division had anything to do with Pearl Harbor or Hitler or Tojo? No. They always say this. Well, people didn't own slaves. What? You mean to tell me slave owners in the Civil? No. This was about slavery. Admit it. Say it. And don't tell me, well, it was economics. No, it was about the economics of slavery. This was about cotton. Do you know that we were my God, nobody is ever going to get in the way of slavery. And look, you can pretend it all day long. You can make this stuff up because, oh no, it's about states' rights and all. This is what we're arguing with. Nikki Haley is a rube, a jadrul. By the way, speaking of which, you see the mayor of Chicago? Another one, another moron. Well, the biggest moron. The biggest is Eric Adams. Moral of the story: never elect somebody who can't speak English. It's well proven. It's well proven. This is what we're arguing about now. This is the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. This is the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my life. And there's this. You got to see this. Please tell me you're going to love this. Go to oh geez. Oh God. God. Oh, Drudge. Let me see. I had two thoughts at the same time. Stocks hit another record high. Toyota, biggest sales month ever. See what they're trying to do? They're trying to tell you, well, keep it up. Keep it up. This is, Biden's on the way. Look at this one. Oh, Boebert switches to get rid of this idiot Boebert. Please. Let me tell you who I am absolutely, positively, completely tired of. Marjorie Taylor Greene, George Santos, Bolbert, Matt Gaetz, all of these. I don't know. Oh, and Elise Stefanik. Notice where is she now? Well, because her whole thing is Claudine Gay and Harvard. That's it. That's all she's about. That's it. That's all she talks about. Who cares about this? Well, she cares because she finally found something that hit a nerve. And by God, she's going to own that. Do you care about the plagiarism on the plagiarism? Dear God, plagiarism. Do you remember that one? No. Go back here if you want to read some plagiarism stuff. Read the Mike Barnacle stories. This is my favorite. This is from 1998. Just a week after fending off demands that he resign and charges of plagiarism, Boston Globe columnist Mike Barnacle quit Wednesday as questions were being raised about two more of his columns. The pugnacious writer, who has been an institution in Boston over the course of 25 years, they say he basically, what was it? He lifted George. Earlier this month, they demanded Barnacle's resignation after discovering that he used jokes from a book by George Carlin without attribution. George Carlin! Come on. Do you care does anybody really, honest to God, care? Do you really care about, seriously, do you really care about plagiarism? Do you honestly care about plagiarism? Does anybody care about plagiarism? Who does? Nobody does. Nobody. But this was Elise Stefanik. This was her thing. Because you got that Urkel wannabe looking doppelganger RuPaul thing with the big glasses and the bald head and the whole bit, and she looks weird and she's a lefty, and that's it. Who cares? Jesus, let that go away. I don't care about Harvard. They can say whatever they want, and it does depend on the context. It does. I'll tell you what, though, is interesting. Nobody cares about certain contexts. When it comes to if a policeman shoots somebody, nobody cared about the context of George Floyd. No. Well, don't you want to hear about George Floyd? Nope. Don't you hear about the context? Nope. You don't want to hear about George Floyd? Nope. Okay. We're so over that. That's it. That's your Republican Party. They care about stuff that nobody cares about. Nobody, dear friends, nobody. This is the part that just absolutely blows my mind. Blows my mind. Now, here's something for you. I want to stop for a second because I want to talk about our other great sponsor, whom I love. It's preparewithlionel.com. Now, I've been talking about this, and you've been listening to me, and a lot of people love this. For some reason, some people said, I don't know about buying this emergency food. I mean, do you think we're ever going to need emergency food? What? I mean, it's like an investment. You've got a garage with a canoe you don't use. You've got filing cabinets and a bike, and you've got stupid. You couldn't last. Somebody yesterday, ready for this? Swear to God, somebody said, well, I got a freezer full of steaks. 90 days? You're going to have steak for 90 days? What happens to people's minds? Well, I got some banana chips. You got banana chips? Yeah. And some spaghetti. And some, I got a fishing pole. Okay, Grizzly Adams. Thank you very much. Now, here's the deal. Right now, there's a special deal. Ready for this? $60 off a 4-week emergency food supply. This is like baby stuff. It's like, okay, all right. You get 2,000 calories a day, 16 varieties, 25-year shelf life, breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, snacks, packed in 2 rugged buckets weighing 38 pounds. This is for 4 weeks. This is for one person. 4 weeks. Yeah, but I've got steaks. Would you lay off the steaks? What are you talking about? What are you going to grill fillets for 4 weeks? What are you talking about? Well, I don't know. I just say these things. I just oppose everything you say. That's the way people are. Preparewithlionel.com. I'm telling you. And people always say, oh, don't worry about that. I don't know what's going on, but if you think you can say, hey, somebody says, I've got redneck friends. Hey, Luther, can I have some of your, hello, Luther? Yeah, listen, do you have any more of the, yeah, my family and I never prepared for this. I know you did, but can we have some of your stuff? No. People they always have this, they just think that food is like, it's always going to be there. Come on, what are you talking about? Generator, okay, maybe a generator, but I don't know. Preparedwithlionel.com. Listen to me. This is the entry level. If this doesn't sell you, I mean, I know, God bless you. God bless you. Well, I got a fishing pole. All right. I am so sick of everything, as my friends, as you can probably see. I hate the Republican Party. And when you hear Catherine Harris, we were talking about black swans. Everybody know what a black swan is? You know what a black swan is? Oh, look at this. Steve Resource says, I was gifted membership last night from a Raul. That's right. No, from Ibrahim. I was gifted a membership last night from someone. I just want to thank you. Yes. Thank you. Ibrahim did it last night. Absolutely. Yes, dear friends. Yes. Join the, say it loud. See. Anyway, now I'm going to hope you have a great day. A wonderful day. By the way, I must say something about Tommy Smothers. Anybody know who Tommy Smothers is? Anybody old enough? You know what Tommy Smothers was? Tommy Smothers was more important than you can imagine. Tommy Smothers, during the 60s, the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour was one of the most important, the most relevant, the most critical shows ever. I think Steve Martin was one of the writers. Mason Williams, who wrote Classical Gas. And they were taken off because they basically stood up to Johnson and others during or regarding the Vietnam War, and the Civil War as well. And he was really that good, and really that great, really that terrific. And they stood up for something, and they believed in something. And they're not sellouts. Like, how about that Bobby Kennedy? Oh my God. I know I'm changing the subject, but did you see that? I'll tell you. Norman Finkelstein, I know people don't like it because he talks like this. I know. He went and basically destroyed Bobby Kennedy Jr., who sits back. Did you ever see the way he sits back like, I'm Bobby Kennedy? Even now I'm not a body language person, but this guy acts like I'm Bobby Kennedy. And it was, I'm going to tell you something right now. And I'm going to leave you with this. I want you to listen to me carefully. If you think that the rules haven't changed regarding Israel, Palestine, treatment, children, and the like, you're out of your mind. You're going to have to figure out, especially if you want to negotiate 2024, you're going to have to understand something. When we had Vietnam, we were able to say, I love my country. I support my troops. I support my country. But Vietnam and what they're doing to these people in Vietnam is horrible. It is atrocious. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you think, let me just tell you something. If you think that treating Gaza like this is the way to get back at Hamas, if you can't see through this, there's no hope for you. And Bobby Kennedy, they are setting you up like you cannot believe. You obviously have to know nothing about what's going on. Nothing. When you hear that there's what, 21,000, how many people have died in Gaza? How many children? Now, if that doesn't bother you, you go, well, that's the way it goes. That's Hamas. If that's the way you want to think, you're entitled, but you are going to have it handed to you. You're going to have to negotiate something here, my friends. Because Americans are so clueless, they have no idea what's going on. You don't want to know the truth. But the rest of the world, I'm telling you something. And this is not turning your back on Israel. This is not anti-Semitism. This is not anti-Zionism. This is about a government. This is about the way a military or militaries are dealing with a people. This has nothing to do with, 1948. There's something to do. No, 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 no. Israel are wonderful people. We love the people. Don't fall for this. It's nothing. Nobody is rooting for Hamas. I'm not. You're not. Nobody is. However, there are some people who are. Absolutely. How do you think Hamas gets to be Hamas? What? People, what, 4 people? When Iranians, all the people that you hate, Iranians, ISIS, ISIL, Boko Haram, Daesh, they had scores of members. What are they all crazy? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? You think there's just, you got to wake up, my friends. You got to wake up big time. This is all changing. And Bobby Kennedy, you're being led. You just think Bobby Kennedy thinks he's Bobby Kennedy. Bobby Kennedy said, you don't understand, my name is Magic. They love me. Really? Oh man. Oh man. You ain't seen nothing yet. Now Trump's gonna sit here and Trump's gonna say, I stand by Israel, Jared Kushner. I'm not budging Israel 100%. That's what he's always said. That's fine. Okay, fine. And guess who? Guess who's going to be who is going to go along with that? A lot of liberal, progressive, Upper West Side Jews who, frankly, were prototypical lefties, whatever. Who are the only ones now who are going to be who are necessarily promoting this particular prosecution of the war is Trump. How do you like that? Oh, this is amazing. This is incredible. And New Year's Eve. Oh man, are they? Wait until you see what happens. And guess who's sitting back? That's right. The usual say the Soroses and others because they love destabilization. They don't care one way. You think Soros is an Israel fan? Come on. Do I have to go back in the history for a little bit for you? Please stop it. You ain't gonna see you ain't seen nothing yet. People are talking about you want war with China. There's still this lunatic. This is going to be the last time you ever hear Victoria Nuland after 2024. Say goodbye. That was a disaster. We knew this. We told you from the beginning. And let me tell you who the new voices of 2024 are going to be. Let me tell you, you're going to love this. Alex, Owen Schroyer, the usual suspect, the Bill Malugins and those people, they do a good job. They go to the border. Look at this. Okay, great. Boring, but that's okay. New people. Mearsheimer, through the roof. Norman Finkelstein, this guy was a dead man. He was the D.B. Cooper of the intellectual dark web, as Weinstein would call it. I mean, he just went away. He wrote a book about cancel culture. He said, I'm done with this. I'm done. They ground me. And now I say, oh, no, you're back with a vengeance. And people love him. Ignore him at your peril. It's up to you. I'm just telling you the way it is. Judge Knapp, Duran, Scott Ritter, Sachs, The Rising, Brianna Joy Gray, Crystal Ball, and Sagar. Nah. Robbie, forget it. Robbie's a place setter. He's a mannequin. No, these two women, let me tell you, they're going to be redefining this thing called the left. Boy, I grab them in a heartbeat. Heartbeat. That's what I want. That's smart. I'll make any concession you want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Not these morons on Fox News. Not these Newsmaxers. No, they're done. They're living in a time that doesn't exist. I want to recreate a brand new party, brand new everything, with new people, new interests. And you know what I want to do too? Oh, you're going to love me. I'm going to say something. I'm going to get a whole contingent for the climate change group. Oh, yeah. I want them in my tent. Come on in. I'll talk to you. I'll respect you. Come on, let's talk. I'm not going to make fun of you anymore. Now, some of this other stuff is ridiculous. That LGBTQIA2+, that's gone. That's finished. That's done. This is a new time, my friend. A new everything. A new world. And you're going to get stuck with who? Don Jr., Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro. Oh, and the one who I cannot figure out what happened. Tucker Carlson. The hope. Oh my God. He says nothing. 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 I'm going to say something right now, and people think I'm crazy. Alex Jones is going to be 2024. Watch what happens. People are going to say, this guy's not that crazy. If he tones it down, he's got to stop the yelling. He's got to stop the yelling. You're going to see new everything. Elon's going to come forward, and Elon's going to push his way through, and he's going to say, now I know who's who. Elon has Tucker pegged immediately. That's why he never signed him up. He doesn't want to do. Tucker doesn't know what he wants to do. Tucker wants to be a star or something. Tucker wants to hang around Dave Portnoy and whatever. I don't know. That's fine. Little boys, they want to be tough. Go ahead. I want to hang around men, women, adults, thinkers, planners, people who care about winning, people who understand how politics works, okay? Not the usual suspects. You understand this? Not the usual suspects. No more. Oh, this is new. Oh, I'm excited. And let me tell you something. You're either with me or you're against me. If you want to sit around and play this identity politics, go ahead. About who's in and who's not. Oh, I don't like her. I want to win. I want to win. Okay? And by the way, I want to bring all my climate folks. I'm saying, come here, young folks. Come on in. Come on, you climate folks. Have a seat. Do you know why they're after you? Why? What would you tell a climate changer? What would you tell them? 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 Come on, Laura. Come on, Dallas, Raphael, Django. Come on. What would you tell them? He would say, do you think these people care anything? Do you think that Soros' son cares anything about the climate? No. They want to use this as a means by which of controlling. You know who Maurice Strong was? No. Maurice Strong was Al Gore's buddy. Al Gore is a Quisling. Al Gore is a rat. He's a perfiderol. He's a pastry. He is he's a guy who, why do you think when he lost in 2000, he goes, okay, I'm done. He didn't even put up a fight. He's going to be the first billionaire. By the way, remember Tipper Gore? What happened to her? I don't know. So they say, you're going to be the first carbon billionaire. You and Maurice Strong. Why? We're going to take carbon and we're going to monetize and we're going to regulate carbon. Carbon! Do you hear what I'm saying? Carbon! And we're going to get after you people, and we're gonna go after young people, and you're going to, because you have been so sincere in trying to help things. We're gonna get these phonies like Greta Thunberg, and we're gonna basically involve track and cap and trade, track and tax, carbon exchange, carbon trading. we're going to monetize and tax carbon footprint, carbon this. We don't care about that. Why? Because it's brilliant. Downtown New York, you're going to have commodities, you're going to have this stock exchange, and you're going to have eventually carbon exchanges. Oh, yeah. We'll be able to shut down people, shut down countries. It has nothing to do with this. And dear friends, you know about the Holocene Maxima. You know about the Hypsy thermals. You understand this stuff. You understand that right now things are warmer. You're smarter than that. But I'm not going to mock you. I'm not going to mock you. Now, I don't know about you, but I think things might be better if we did do something to maybe clean the air up a little bit. And the first thing we're going to do is you're going to join me, and we're going to stop spraying this shit in the air and having these nanoparticulates of strontium and barium, whatever the hell it is, and we're going to stop metallicizing ourselves. You got it? Edie says, how do they sleep at night? The big wheel. Oh, please, Edie. How do they sleep? They're making a fortune. They're making a fortune. Are you kidding me? They're making a fortune. Once you make it, I'm sorry. Half you people right now say, here's $1 million. Here's a check for $1 million. Would you like that? Here you go. You'll change your tune like that. You will, because you're smart. You're going to say, I'm not gonna not do it. That's exactly what you'll do. That's exactly what you'll do. 2024 is a change, my friends. 2024 is changing everything. And let me tell you something right now. And listen to me and listen good. And I do not mean this in any way. I don't mean to tempt fate. If God forbid something happened to President Trump, you would never see me anywhere near anybody. The only reason I'm even pretending to even talk to Republicans is because Trump could win. That's it. When Trump dies, I'm sorry to say, I hate to even say this, but if something happens, I'm done. I'm done. I'll go straight, real, super duper independent. Super duper. I mean, I'll just be the kind of a rebel, some kind of a whatever. But I'm telling you, the only reason I'm even paying attention is because that man is here. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay? And I'm not asking for apologies. I'm not asking. I'm telling you the way it is. Mearsheimer calls it realism. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to tell you the way it is regarding Israel. I'm going to tell you the way it is regarding here. I'm going to tell you the way it is regarding civil war. I'm going to tell you the truth. If you don't want to hear the truth, don't listen to me. I'm going to tell you the truth. That's it. Sometimes you'll like the truth. Sometimes you won't. Okay? Now, I want all of you great, great, great people, you wonderful, wonderful, glorious, wonderful, terrific people to do me a favor. And I want you to go, first and foremost, and you have got to follow Mrs. L. She's doing some of the best stuff. And listen, you know and I know, Twitter is still the way to go. Thanks to our friend, Mr. Musk. Okay? But let me tell you why I need you. And that's her. Whenever she gets five new followers, 10, she goes up and goes right back down. It's like somebody at Twitter said, you're going to have this number. You're never going to go beyond it. You're going to go up and you're going to go right back down again. We see it all the time. I don't understand it. Elon, if you're listening, what are you doing? Lynn's Warrior, she's trying to help kids. What are you doing? Don't give me this bullshit about, well, I don't know. No. Somebody somewhere, she's on some, I don't know what. She goes up 5, up 10, and down. Right. It's like she's so we're gonna blast this system. And I want you to follow Mrs. L. You got that? I'm telling you, they do it every single day. All these other people are just okay. You got that? Good. Now let me tell you something. I want you to listen to me. Listen to me. I love you. I love you, people. You're crazy. I love you. There isn't a clinker in the group. You've been with us today. And by the way, got 400 people. How many likes? Don't even 100, 200. I need 300 likes. What's the matter with you? But I think you are great. Where is Gonzalo Lara? Where is Gonzalo Lara? Where is Gonzalo Lara? Absolutely. So, Black Swan event, my friend, national security crisis. Get ready. Get ready, dear friends. It's a coming. Okay? And 2024 is going to be a great year. And the people that you thought, Elon Musk giving Alex Jones, crazy Alex Jones says some of the, look at what he is talking about. It's not always perfect. But have you seen some of the great band videos? Oh, it's wonderful. This will be the year for other things as well. I want to hear everything. Owen Schroyer, young man, went to prison. Actually, jail, but prison. For what? He's like Julian Assange because he basically reported on January 6th. Only in America, my friends. Only in America. Watch him. And then we're going to say goodbye to people like, and I'm sorry. Somebody has got to get to these stupid AM talk shows and say, grow a pair. In the spirit, there was a time when people like Rush Limbaugh and Bob Grant were exciting. You're so boring. You're so boring. You want to be Fox News or something. You want to be like Kilmeade or I don't know what these people are about. If you went in and you jazz this up, but they can't do it because they've got these fossils who are running the programming. They've got fossils. People who are like living seriously in the 80s who won't change this. They just look at Fox News. They're like, well, this is it. And when Greg Kelly is your wunderkind, this is not a good thing. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. They can't even get the story about UFOs right. Did you ever see Fredo Cuomo? He can't even get that story right. You do know that those of us who have been kind of ufologists for years, you do know that we have been forever on our own without having to turn to Chris Cuomo to explain. You do understand that, right? This may shock people, but it's true. Anyway, we love you. So here's what you're going to do. Promise me you're going to go to Twitter right now. Lynn's Warriors. I'm telling you, it drives me crazy. She goes up 5, goes up 10, and comes right back down. Elon, I know you're doing it, buddy. No, I know you. Maybe somewhere, maybe you got to go back and purge this. Maybe somebody didn't like the fact that she was actually telling the truth regarding child predation, and she's not one of these moms walking around. I'm telling you, be very careful when you hear the word mom and something. Ooh. Isn't that terrible? Such a wonderful concept. Because you got these weird people. It's like, would you possibly just stick with helping kids and stopping predation? Nope. There's so many good people out there. So many good people. Oh, and one more thing. You want to see some serious warriors out there doing stuff that you've never even imagined? Let me give you this. You've got to follow her. You have got to. The people that she talks to, her YouTube channel, the people that are these brave women and men, but women in particular, and these border, you should hear the border people she talks to. I talk to people get like bored. It's like they're on the border. They're telling you stories that will make your, instead of listening to that stupid shirtless twit or jacketless twit, Jordan. These are phonies. I didn't know better. I didn't think these people want to fix it up. Anyway, I've said enough. I've been talking to you for 59 minutes. 59 minutes. Why? Because I'm passionate about this. Okay? So do me a favor. Subscribe to Lionel Nation. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great and glorious day. We'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. Don't forget, my friends. Don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you.